The Arizona Cardinals won an exciting Monday Night Football game with a last-second field goal. Now they will travel down to Miami to take on the Dolphins, who might be getting their star quarterback back. My name is Tyler, here with my brother Ryan, and we're going to break down this Week 8 matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and Miami Dolphins. Provide our predictions for the game at the very end of the video. But before I get into that, we do have a goal of getting to 100 new subscribers for these Week 8 videos we have going out. We've been able to hit that goal over the past several weeks thanks to all of our new members. So if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like and a comment. Let us know who you think is going to win this game and why. So, Ryan, Cardinals coming off a big win for them. Just when it comes to their overall playoff chances here, they kind of went on a pretty tough little skid overall. But coming into this game here for Monday night, winning was huge for the team. They're going to be going up against a Miami team who has desperately been wanting their star quarterback Tua Tagovailoa to come back to the game. That being said, though, it's not like they were still kind of in a rough patch when he was there in the game and a half that he played. But I think they've clearly missed him in his play there with Skylar Thompson. Performed that great, and he's been hurt also the past several weeks. Tyler Huntley's come in and has done his best, but nothing too much to really be desired for. He actually even got hurt in the last game as well, and Tim Boyle came in. So just the entire Dolphins offense is in disarray, and they've been dealing with injuries as well in the offensive line. So looking to try and get healthy and maybe try and come back and claw their way back to a playoff spot here, as the AFC is fairly weak. Yeah. Cardinals looked solid in tonight's game. What do you think of both the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of starting off with the Miami Dolphins, they usually start the season out really well and then kind of fall off later in the year. And this time they're not performing well in the beginning of the year, and that's a major concern. Even when Tua was in, this offense was still struggling. Outside of an explosive play in that Jacksonville game in Week 1, they probably lose that game, and we're really struggling to move the football as a whole. And we've kind of come to learn that Jacksonville defense isn't very good. So, and then from then on, like, this team has looked unmotivated. Like, they don't really seem to be bought in that, like, to what Mike McDaniels is preaching. And this offense is like really, really taken a hit with two of the best playmakers in the league on it. Like, you have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and like they still cannot seem to make any offensive plays. So hopefully Tua coming back can get this offense back on track. I do still think they'll have some of those late season woes. Like, I believe Tua is like 0-8 in games below 40 degrees. And so like as the season goes on, I know they have a game like, and Cleveland also sucks now, but like they have to go at Cleveland, at New York, at Green Bay, like late in the year, and that's just not going to be a conducive matchup for this team. So they need to start winning these games now. They have the Cardinals this week, Bills next week, which is a tough one. But they have like Rams, Raiders, Patriots back to back that I think they could go on a little 3-game winning streak and build some momentum into that Packers game. So all in all, I think it's definitely like this Dolphins team has some potential. They just need to put all the pieces together, and hopefully Tua coming back can do that. As far as the Cardinals, they're a good team. One of the things that we've kind of learned is that if they can stop the run, if defenses can stop their running game, it really slows down this offense. And so if James Conner is not having a good game, usually this Cardinals offense is not doing as well. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a good receiver. He just can't do it all on his own. So, and this is I would say a fast defense. They're struggling a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. They did a good job in the red area today, keeping the Chargers out of the end zone. They've given up 34, 24, 42, 20, and then 34 to the Bills in Week 1. So they're giving up a lot of points throughout the year. But I think this Cardinals team, they're young. They're still kind of putting the pieces together. This reminds me of Detroit from like a couple years ago when you can kind of start to see the vision come together. But they just don't quite have enough pieces just yet on either side of the ball, I think, to be a consistent threat in each game.
Yeah, no, I do like the way that this Jonathan Gannon is leading this team overall, and so they have a very unique dynamic with how good they are running the ball, and Want to have it maybe a little bit better in the passing game as well. But that's also too. I just think that's not their style. They with how effective they are with running the ball with James Conner and Kyler Murray and his shiftiness. If he's got a lane and he had a 44-yard rushing touchdown today, it'd be like he absolutely took it and he was the fastest guy on the field. So, and that's what I think is going to be interesting for this matchup here as well, is because the Dolphins, you can kind of make. Now, I'll make the argument they played a similar style of team in the Indianapolis Colts in this past week with Anthony Richardson, and they've got Colts got a better receiving room, in my opinion, but the Cardinals' receiving room is pretty solid as well with Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride. You got Michael Wilson, Greg Dortch, who caught a touchdown. And then the Colts, they have obviously Anthony Richardson, who is just super physical and can run the ball really well. And in general are just a really good running team, even without Jonathan Taylor. And they were able to keep the Dolphins were able to keep that Colts offense in check for a majority of the game as well. I think Kyler Murray is a much better decision maker than Anthony Richardson, and as he's been in the league a lot longer. So that's going to be, I think, one of the challenges for the Dolphins moving forward to stopping this team. But that being said, though, I do think that there's maybe some avenues if they're able to play the right game moving forward, and if they can stop the run of Arizona, which curiously, as I say that right now, they're 17th overall in runs in run yards allowed, which isn't horrible. It's obviously not what you want here. Let's see if there's any outliers from these games. Now, pretty consistently giving up between 100 or 155 rushing yards, which is what they gave up today. So they're going to need to try and stop the run, slow down James Conner, and not have Kyler Murray scramble around. But if they're able to do that, though, this Arizona Cardinals defense did give up a lot of passing yards. And if Tua does come back and play, one of the things you were talking about earlier, how just how this offense has looked in disarray, whatnot, knocking the ball to their playmakers. They really have to are big on timing, and Tua has been great on that, like getting the ball out in under 2 seconds, hitting the read, knowing the defenses, and knowing where Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle will kind of be, really keeping the defense on their toes with all the misdirection and the speed that they have. And so I think if he is able to come back, I think we'll be able to see them take advantage of this Cardinals defense at times and get their punches in, especially too if Sean Murphy-Bunting is not able to play as well. It's going to be a huge loss for that Cardinals defense. So kind of getting into predictions here, it's going to be it's all going to depend on if Tua plays. I do believe that if Tua plays, I am going to go actually with Miami in this game. I wonder if it'll be kind of a spark. They'll have that speed back and they'll want to come out guns blazing. Maybe this defense will be able to shut down the Cardinals run game or have a similar type performance to what they had against the Colts. But if Tua doesn't play, though, and then if they have to go with the Tim Boyle, I just don't see how they're going to be able to move the ball down the field consistently. While the Cardinals, I think, will be able to find ways to go down and score and can win a game like 17-7. So that's going to be my caveat. I actually am going to go with Miami in this game if Tua does play. Yeah,
I'm going to go with Arizona either way. I just feel like they're going to be the better team coming into this matchup. I felt like if this Colts team, I don't think is that good. I know they're 4-3, and I don't really know how, but I just think this Cardinals team is going to be the better one coming into this matchup. So I'm going to go with them. And yeah, I don't know why. I just kind of feel like Cardinals are going to win. So
I like it.
But yeah, this is, I think, our only disagreement this week. So last video, only disagreement.
I had to put one out there.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. It is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, go ahead and leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead. Will it be the Arizona Cardinals? Will it be the Miami Dolphins? And that we'll see you guys next time.